My name Brent James. I'm a Muslim, and I'm getting it popping today. So, hey, we reading the Holy Quran, man. You guys already know what it is, right? Ain't it a beautiful book? Look how the light hit it when I raise it up, right? Look at that, like it adds light unto me. Maulana Muhammad Ali, the best translation ever, man. It don't get no better than that. All right, I'll give y'all a few minutes to get on. I'll be right back. See what's up. 5 minutes. Go back, read some stories. Yeah, man. Got a lot of rain out there today. I love rainy days. You would too if you read your Quran. You know what that rain mean, man. That's like the reckoning right there. How this rain revives the earth is like how we will be raised. That's what my Lord said. We're going to read some surahs, like always. I got a few that I had wrote down. Y'all really need to check out my reels, man. That's where it's popping at. Let's get busy. Right, now check this. We turn to chapter 65, Surah 12. It says, Allah is he who created the 7 heavens and of the earth the like thereof. The command descends among them that you may know that Allah is possessor of power over all things, and that Allah encompasses all things in his knowledge. Now, my Lord says, Allah, he who created the 7 heavens, seven heavens, and of the earth, the like thereof. So, do we have that many earths as well? Speaking of dimensions, you know, we can't go over the ice walls in Antarctica, right? Because they say they lead into new lands. Let's see what Maulana has to speak at the bottom. The statement made here that there are 7 heavens and of the earth the like thereof throws light upon what is meant by heavens, where the number 7 is mentioned. The 7 heavens are elsewhere called the 7 ways, and the 7 earths may therefore be the 7 major planets of our solar system. The earth itself being the 8th planet, their orbits being spoken of as being 7 heavens or 7 ways. It should, however, be borne in mind that the heavens are often referred to without a limitation of number and include the whole of the starry creation. Another point worth noting is that the mention of the 7 heavens does not preclude the existence of more for the application of the word 7. And for further discussion, see chapter 2, Surah 29. Let's see where that takes us. Chapter 2, Surah 29. chapter 2, Surah 29. Chapter 2, Surah 20. Let's see what's in. And he it is who created for you all that is in the earth. And he directed himself to the heaven. So he made them complete 7 heavens. And he is knower of all things. So is it? He it is who created for you all that is in the earth. And he directed himself to the heaven. So he made them complete 7 heavens. Check this out. All right. So that complements this one here. So we may have more earths, man. I don't see why we can't. You know what I mean? There's islands here on this earth that's like worlds within their own. Bro, there's more worlds out there. There's more earths. Of course it is. But dimensions, I think, and land. Believe it. All right. Yeah, man, I just wanted to point that one out. Now let's turn to chapter 24. The light. 24, law of adultery. Law of adultery. Law relating to adultery. Law relating to adultery. Yeah, man, my Lord wants me to, when we have these passions, these sexual passions, boy, he wants you to control them, man. You got to control them. This is law relating to adultery, okay? In the name of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful, this is a chapter which we have revealed and made obligatory, and wherein we have revealed clear messages that you may be mindful. The adulterer, the adulteress, and the adulterer flog each of them with 100 stripes. Phew. Cheaters, they get it tough. And not only the woman, the man too. Didn't you hear it? The adulteress and the adulterer. Flog each of them with 100 stripes, and let not pity for them detain you from obedience to Allah. If you believe in Allah in the last day, and let a party of the believers witness it. Witness their chastisement. So my Lord said, hey, you want to cheat? Both of you want to cheat? Flog them with 100 whips. Whoop, whoop. And let the other marriage, the couples, excuse me, let them watch. Let them watch. So they can know. This is what happens when you cheat on your lover. Stop. This is what happens when you cheat on your lover. Okay? The adulterer. Hold on for a minute. The adulterer. The adulterer. That's the man. The adulteress is the woman, of course, right? The adulterer cannot have sexual relations with any but an adulteress or an idolatress. And the adulteress, none can have sexual relations with her but an adulterer or an idolater. And it is forbidden to believers. So listen, if you're a cheater, you can only have relationships with a cheater. If you worship idols and use an idolater, you can only have a relationship with another idolater. You can't have a relationship with a believer if you're doing these things. What are you doing, man? What's up? Yeah, yo, they can't have no relations with one another, man. They live in two different lives, you know. That one out there that's having sex with all these men and women, bro, you getting aspects of them within you. You ain't gonna bring that shit to me. No, you letting men come all up in you. You don't know what's in that man. You letting women climax all over you. You don't know what's in that juice. You don't know what's in that. You know what I'm saying? The adulterer cannot have sexual relations. I read that, check it out. And those, I'm not doing that this video. I did that last video, always going back, repeating this shit, no more. And those who accuse free women and bring not 4 witnesses, flog them with 80 stripes and never accept their evidence. And these are the transgressors. Check it out. Check it out. My Lord don't play with men and women when they're married. But check this one out. My Lord says, and if you got a woman, don't accuse women of things that they're not blamable. Okay, and it says, and those who accuse free women and bring not 4 witnesses, flog them with 80 stripes and never accept their evidence. So if you lie on a woman, you say, yo, my wife is having sex with another man, I want her whipped. He says, where's your witnesses? I have none. It's just my imagination and my insecurity. Those are not witnesses, brother. I'm here. All right. So you're going to need 4 witnesses. And if you don't have these 4 witnesses, man, you will be dealt with. Mr. Accuser, Mrs. Accuser, it go for men and women, okay? 80 stripes and never accept their evidence. Why does he say that? Because if you can lie and watch your man, watch your woman suffer with a beating, then your word is no good, never. If you can allow that, then later on in life, if you ever have any other issues, I will never accept your evidence because of what you did last time. You understand? So my Lord says, never accept their evidence. They foul people. They foul then, they foul now. You don't get better in being foul. You get worse in being foul. Okay, except those, okay, check it out. And these are the transgressors. And my Lord, here come his mercy. Except those who afterwards repent and act aright. Surely Allah is forgiving, merciful. And those who accuse their wives and have no witnesses except themselves. Let one of them testify 4 times, bearing a law to witness. Ooh, you better not be lying, boy. That he is of those who speak the truth. Ooh. Okay. And those who accuse their wives and they have no witnesses, let him say, I seen her do it 4 times and make Allah his witness. Yeah, bro, we're going to hold you to these lies. We're going to hold you to these slanders that you be doing on women. Yeah, bro. Yeah. A lot of you dudes is pussies, man. A lot of you women are dicks. I mean, I don't mean it like that, but strong. You know what I mean? A lot of you dudes is weak. Yeah, weak. Let's do it. Right. Check it out. And those who accuse their wives, I read that one already. Y'all understood that one, right? Bearing a law to witness. You got to call law to be your witness. All right, check it out. And the 5th time that the curse of Allah be on him, if he is of those who lie. Okay, let one of them testify 4 times, bearing a law to witness that he is of those who speak the truth. And the 5th time that the curse of Allah be on him if he is of those who lie. So he will testify 4 times to Allah as his witness, as he is speaking the truth. And he testifies a 5th time that says, not only am I telling the truth, but may Allah curse me if I lie. Okay, now this is a man who know he ain't a cheater. This is a woman who knows she ain't a cheater. So that 5th one is, that's okay. And it shall avert the chastisement from her if she testify 4 times, bearing Allah to witness, and he is of those who lie, that he is of those who lie. All right. So, and it shall avert the chastisement from her if she testify 4 times, bearing Allah to witness, that he is of those who lie. So now the woman has to do the same thing, but bearing witness to her Lord that he's the liar. Yeah. Okay. In the 5th time, that the wrath of Allah to be on her, if she is of those who speak the truth. All right. In the 5th time, that the wrath of Allah to be on her, if he is of those who speak the truth. Y'all got that? And were it not for Allah's grace upon you and his mercy, and that Allah is oft returning to mercy, wise. All right, y'all. So we just went over about, the cheating, man, and the consequences of cheating. The man and the woman have to bear Allah witness. If you're innocent, you ain't got no problem with making Allah as a witness. If you did it, you might as well come clean, because you're not only lying to your man, and if y'all have offspring, to them, but also you lying to Allah. You lying to yourself. You lying to that vow, that promise, that covenant you made with your man and your future and your woman. You know what I mean? Okay. All right. Now we're going to turn the page. We in this chapter. It's called The Light. We on chapter 24. It's called The Light, page 700. This chapter is called Aisha's Slanderers. Y'all, you ever heard of Aisha, y'all? You guys heard of Aisha, right? You seen her. Aisha. Remember that group back in the day, the hip hop group, Another Bad Creation? And they had that video. Aisha, you are the girl that I never had. Remember that song? What a wonder, huh? What a wonder. All right. Slanderers. Check it out. Aisha's slanderers. Let's go. Surely they who concocted the lie are a party from among you, Muhammad. Deem it not an evil to you. Nay, it is good for you. For every man of them is what he has earned of sin. And as for him among them who took upon himself the main part thereof, he shall have a grievous punishment. Why did not the believing men and the believing women, when you heard it, think well of your own people and say, this is an evident falsehood? Why did they not bring 4 witnesses of it? So, as they have not brought witnesses, they are liars in the sight of Allah. And were it not for Allah's grace upon you and his mercy in this world and the hereafter, a grievous chastisement would certainly have touched you on account of the talk you indulged in. when you received it on your tongues and spoke it with your mouths, that of which you had no knowledge, and you deemed it a trifle, while with the law it was serious. And why did you not, when you heard it, say, it beseems us not to talk of it? Glory be to thee. This is a great calumny. Allah admonishes you that you return not to the like of it ever again, if you are believers. And Allah makes clear to you the messages, and Allah is knowing, wise. Those who love that scandal should circulate, respecting those who believe. For them is a grievous chastisement in this world and the hereafter. And Allah knows, while you know not. And were it not for Allah's grace on you and his mercy. And Allah is compassionate, merciful. Let's read what Maulana has to say about this chapter. The incident referred to in this section took place when the Prophet, accompanied by his wife Aisha, was returning from the expedition against the Bani Mustalik in the 5th year of the Hijrah. Aisha had gone out on a private occasion, but when she returned, she perceived that she had lost her necklace and went back to search for it. In her absence, the attendants, supposing her to be in her howdah, started while it was yet dark. When she returned, finding the camel and the men gone, she sat down there and was brought to Medina by Safwan, who was coming in her rear. Some mischievous persons from among the hypocrites spread false reports, slandering her, and some of the Muslims also associated themselves with the slander. And Aisha's innocence was at length established by this revelation. Those who had taken part in the accusation were punished, according to one hadith. This is the grievous punishment referred to in the concluding words of the verse. It may be added here that the tongue of gossip has never spared even the most virtuous women. Another case of a virtuous woman being thus defamed is that of Mary, the mother of Jesus, about whom the Jews talked similar slander. The addition of these words, deem it not an evil to you, nay, it is good for you, aims at bringing solace to such aggrieved people, seeing that even the most virtuous of women could not escape the tongue of the slanderer. He who took the main part thereof upon himself is to be Abd Allah ibn Ubay, the chief of the hypocrites, because he concocted the lie and circulated the false reports. There was not a single witness, nor any circumstance that could lend color to the false story. Severe as the punishment for adultery is in Islam, the evidence of 4 witnesses is required to establish the guilt. The allegations of a Christian annotator that this requirement, that this requirement of the law was simply to shield Aisha is a baseless conjecture in view of the fact that in her case, there was not a single witness. Why should the prophet then have required 4 witnesses? The fact that while the Quran takes a very serious view of the crimes against chastity, it also makes criminal the circulation of false reports against a woman's chastity. Thus, even a lighter accusation in connection with the misconduct of women required the evidence of 4 witnesses, which was admittedly revealed earlier. Okay. Excuse me about all the stuttering, but that's just a part of my makeup. I'm getting it through, goddammit. I'm getting it through, though. You heard? I'm getting through the reading. So check this out, right? My Lord, he didn't say nothing about what the actual slander was. The rumor that revolves around Aisha was that she was a child and Muhammad molested her. She was a little girl and Muhammad molested her. That's what they say. I don't believe that. I believe that's bullshit. Muhammad was an orphan man. He had many wives. He didn't have to mess with no little girl. But hear me out though. Why my Lord ain't speak nothing about no age? Why he ain't speak nothing about no age? He just puts out there that it will be a lie that is concocted. Just like a lie was made on Mary, how she was an adulterer because she slept with Joseph and had Jesus, not Mary. These Jews, bro, they will slander anything. But check it, my Lord says nothing about her age. He just says there will be a lie that is concocted. And the one who took the main part of that lie, the guy, Abd Allah ibn Ubay, the chief of the hypocrites. Yo, I gave y'all a lot of information right there, right? Safwan gave her a ride back to Medina. So I already know what they was talking about. Her and Safwan, adultery. She cheated. That's what that came from. Once the Jews, that really how it started. Cheating, adultery. Once the Talmuds, once these evil, wicked, ugly, funky ass Jews knew that America was starting to love Islam and Muhammad, that's when they come with their literature, which is about molesting little girls. The Talmud and all that, that's their thing, baby. That's not the black man thing. We saved the little girls, man. Huh? They love us with a passion, man. Hate them. You understand? So my Lord speaks of nothing about that. This is a thing that they make up in their mind because they are child molesters. The case was about she had perceived that what? She had lost her necklace and went back to search for it. But her going back, searching, she lost her ride. So when she sat down, you know, the hypocrites, Jews looking at her, hating on Aisha, hating on her. She's old enough to be alone in Mecca. She's old enough to go out and about on her own. Come on now. Listen. All right. So boom. It was all over a necklace and her cheating with Safwan on Muhammad. Once the Jews, they got wind of it, it turns into, she was a little girl. Yeah, I ain't with that bullshit. All right, let's move on. How'd y'all like Aisha? Huh? Real short chapter, only 2 pages. Yeah, he ain't make much of it. We don't spend our time on lies like that. But we will clear it up. Yeah, the messenger is not no molester, dog. No, yeah. I know y'all used to that. I know the Mahdi that's out now in the Middle East, they just raided his home because he's trafficking little women, allegedly. This is their Mahdi, the guided one, the self-guided one that they waiting for, right? When he's not in my Quran. The word Mahdi is not even in the Quran. This book says nothing about Mahdi returning, Jesus returning to save people. Nothing. You want to know what's next? Judgment, baby. Judgment. Judgment. You want to know what we got? Messengers, and we got the book. All these miracles, all these tricks, all this technique, that's done, homie. This is what we got. Take it or leave it. All the magic is done. All miracles, this is it. Take it or leave it. Take it or leave it. All right, next chapter is called Slanderers of Women. Ooh, I'm helping the women out today, man. Yo, women know the right religion. Women know the true religion. They do. They do. Women know. Women know Islam is where it's at. Excuse me. Excuse me. O you who believe, follow not the footsteps of the devil. And whoever follows the footsteps of the devil, surely he commands indecency and evil. He commands indecency and evil. The devil do. So don't follow in his footsteps. And were it not for Allah's grace on you and his mercy, not one of you would have ever been pure. Not one of you would ever have been pure. But Allah purifies whom he pleases, and Allah is hearing, knowing, and let not possessors of grace and abundance among you swear against giving to the near of kin and the poor and those who have fled in Allah's way, and pardon and overlook. Do you not love that Allah should forgive you? Yes, and Allah is forgiving, merciful. Surely those who accuse chastity, believing women, unaware of the evil, are cursed in this world and the hereafter, and for them is a grievous chastisement. You hear that? Men, don't accuse believing women who keep their chastity, women who stay celibate, who don't give out her womb. The more she holds tight unto her womb, and the more she feeds her mind truth, the more pure she becomes, and the more nearer to her Lord she becomes, and that brings about more security. You feel secure, and that's what women desire, security. Only Allah can give that. Surely those who accuse chastity, believing women unaware of the evil, are cursed in this world and the hereafter, and for them is a grievous chastisement on the day when their tongues, in their hands, and their feet bear witness against them as to what they did. On that day, Allah will pay them back in full their just reward. And they will know that Allah, he is the evident truth. Unclean things are for unclean ones, and unclean ones are for unclean things. And good things are for good ones, and good ones are for good things. These are free from what they say. For them is forgiveness and an honorable sustenance. So there will be a day when we stand before our Lord, and our tongues, without us speaking, will tell on us as to what we did with our tongue. And our hands will speak, and our feet will speak as to what it hurried to, what sin it ran to. the feet will speak against man as to what he did. How can you defeat that, y'all? You can't even lie if you wanted to. He'll seal your mouth, homie, and your hands will start speaking. Your feet will start speaking. They will tell where they walk to. The hands will tell what they handle, who they beat down, who they help up. You understand? These hands do everything, okay? They will tell what it did, with or without you. He will ask these body parts, what did they do? O you who believe, O you who believe, enter not houses other than your own houses until you have asked permission and saluted their inmates. This is better for you that you may be mindful. But if you find no one therein, enter them not until permission is given to you. And if it is said to you, go back, then go back. This is purer for you, and Allah is knower of what you do. It is no sin for you to enter uninhabited houses wherein you have your necessaries. And Allah knows what you do openly and what you hide. Say to the believing men that they lower their say to the believing men that they lower their gaze and restrain their sexual passions. That is purer for them. Surely Allah is aware of what they do. And say to the believing women that they lower their gaze and restrain their sexual passions, and do not display their adornments except what appears thereof, and let them wear their head coverings over their bosoms, and they should not display their adornment except to their husbands or their fathers or the fathers of their husbands, or their sons, or their sons of their husbands, or their brothers, or their brothers' sons, or their sisters' sons, or their women, or those whom their right hands possess, or guileless male servants, or the children who know not women's nakedness, and let them not strike their feet, so that the adornment that they hide may be known. And turn to Allah, O believers, so that you may be successful. This told a lot about our woman, man, you know? He said, and let them wear their head coverings, not over their face, their head and their breast. And they should only display, walk around regular in the midst of their family, not out in public, okay? And let not her strike her feet, dance all wild in public like that. So when she strike her feet, everything starts to shake. Look what my Lord said. Look what my Lord say. And let them not strike their feet, so that the adornment that they hide under their head coverings may be known. Because when you jumping, you bouncing. And that's what it is. The goal is to not become a sexual object unto men. When you're not even looking for no relationship, you just being you. Okay, you're not, you just being you. Okay, but check it out. The goal is not entice people. If you don't have to, okay? Women, you have to respect your adornments. Men are strong, we're wise, But when we see your beauty, when we see your adornments, something happens up here. I don't know what it is, but it's like something happened. This goes blank and this rises up. Like, yo, it's just bugged out. Like, you control the game, woman. Like, this is what bugs me out. Like, y'all got full control, but want to play like you have none when it comes to sex. You have to allow us to please you, like it's an offering. You know what I mean? Like, what a tricky subject. Like, it's all about the woman and the range of dignity, respect, and honor they have for themselves, man. That really determines the man, the sex, the relationship. It really do, man. It's not just all on the man, homie. Like it is when it's material things and outside external things. We got that. But you women, you need to have the internal aspect on lockdown. You need to have that equipped and ready. Like, because that's what it's about. Women have that power. They do, man. And once they unlock it, it's done. It's over with. It's over with. Mamas are the first teachers to the son. The son gives that message to the world. I am proof of that. My mother gave me a message of neglect, rejection, and no love. So that's what I gave growing up. That was my gift to the world. What I got from the woman who gave me life. You know what I mean? And my pop. Like men, we are those, we are life givers. We hold life. We give life. We got sperm in us. Women don't carry eggs. Sperm. Only ovum. We walk around with millions of lives in us. We carry life. We hold life. We givers of life. Women are vehicles of life. They bring you into existence, but I plant the seed in her so something can be brought into existence. And man, what did Tupac say? She was raped, and I would hate to see the seed she created. A lot of these women who was raped, the offspring of these one night stands and these, let's get back, man. That offspring is running the world. It's not running it, but it's moving in the world. All right, I'm sorry about that. I got a little razzle dazzle again. Sorry about that. And marry those among you. And marry those among you who are single, and those who are fit among your male slaves and your female slaves. If they are needy, Allah will make them free from want out of his grace. And Allah is ample giving, knowing. And let those who cannot find a match keep chastity until Allah makes them free from want out of his grace. And those of your slaves who ask for a writing of freedom, give them the writing. If you know any good in them, and give them of the wealth of Allah, which he has given you. And compel not your slave girls to prostitution. And compel not your slave girls to prostitution when they desire to keep their chastity in order to seek the frail goods of this world's life. And whoever compels them, then surely after their compulsion, Allah is forgiving, merciful. And certainly we have sent to you clear messages and a description of those who passed away before you, and an admonition to those who guard against evil. All right. So slaves, men and women, Muhammad was running up on lands and taking things over, like the battle at Badr, okay? And so he had a lot of slaves with him, a lot of slave girls, and those of your slaves who asked for a writing of freedom. So Muhammad, he was setting all the girls free, man. And when they left, they was like, we're going to stay with you. I know it. The women from then ain't no different from the women now. Women are attracted to power. Muhammad had power. He had power. Believe me, they was on it. Heavy, in a major way. He had to turn down a lot of them. And I'm sure they got mad and made up little things too. But they didn't reach the books like Aisha, because Aisha was his wife. And he had a lot of issues with Aisha. There's another chapter in here where Aisha, she got a little attitude because she didn't have enough wealth. Muhammad wasn't giving her enough wealth, and Muhammad told her, hey, listen, if you want to go, you can go. Go find another man that can take care of you like me. Yeah, he tested her. I'll find it in here and bring it next time. And then Aisha was like, I think I'll stay. Ultimately, she was like, I think I'll just stay. Yeah, yeah, no doubt. Show you're right. Let's take a little minute break, all right? Show you're right. Boy, what would we do without our women, huh? What would we do without our women, man, huh? They make it worthwhile, boy, I tell you that. They keep you on your best behavior, man. Don't hurt them. Don't you hurt them. If you do, you better learn to say, I apologize. Yeah, baby. So my Lord says, listen, Islam is not about prostitution. That's Christianity. That's the religion of business, okay? My Lord says, and compel not your slave girls to prostitution when they want to keep themselves virgins. Chastity means not having sex. There's a lock on the coochie. And compel not your slave girls to prostitution when they desire to keep their chastity. Look at that. So they were prostitution way back then. Yo, the pussy has been sold for a long time. And I don't mean that in a rude way. Excuse me if it sounds bad, but prostitutes have been around a long time. I mean, listen, what else does a man need when man didn't have drugs and didn't have all these things, that will give them this, what's the word I'm looking for? This rush. The woman, a poor man, the only thing a man can buy is a piece of coochie. And that will get him through. There's power in that vagina, man. It's real. It really is, man. Bro, man, I've been studying this for a long time, man. Like, when y'all have intercourse, she sucks out what's inside of you while you're in her. Like, bro, I'm not even trying to be nasty. It's like, I'm not being nasty, man. It's real life. It's true shit. Like, when you're in her, she sucks out her body, not her mouth. Her body sucks the poison out of you, bro. Whatever that's in you is impure. You bring it out of each other, then you dish it out. It comes out in the climax, dog. Like, it's Yo, man, like it's a magical thing. We heal each other with the intimacy. This is why we make love with it. Love is life. Love is human beings. When we make love, we make a human being, a living thing out of that. What do we do when we make hate? You know what I mean? Like, bro, this is a heavy topic, man. And y'all take sex as a game. Homie, it is not no game. All right. All right. So don't put your girls to prostitution in order that you can have the frail goods of this world's life. You think you a pimp? A lot of these religions are pimp. A lot of these religions have a pimp attitude with it. Okay, y'all, listen, I want to read this real quick. Okay, I read all that. Now let's go to chapter 24, section 5, manifestation of divine light. Allah is the light of the heavens and the earth. Listen to this, y'all. Allah is the light of the heavens and the earth. He is the light itself. This is light. I'm looking outside right now. That is light of the earth and heaven. Okay. Allah is the light of the heavens and the earth. A likeness of his light is as a pillar on which is a lamp. You got a pillar on a lamp. The lamp is in a glass. A pillar within a lamp. The lamp within a glass. The glass is as it were a brightly shining star. So those, lit from a blessed olive tree, neither eastern nor western, the oil whereof gives light. So fire touch it not. Fire touch it not. Fire touch it not. Light upon light. Allah guides with his light whom he pleases. And Allah sets forth parables for men. And Allah is knower of all things. Woo-wee. One more time. Allah is the light of the heavens and the earth. A likeness of his light is as a pillar on which is a lamp. The lamp is in a glass. The glass is as it were a brightly shining star, lit from a blessed olive tree, neither eastern nor western, the oil whereof gives light, though fire touch it not, light upon light. Allah guides to his light whom he pleases. And Allah sets forth parables for men. And Allah is knower of all things. Let me read this real quick. Check it out. Arabian desert had laid down this noble institution that if a slave asked for writing, he was only to be given the writing by the master. But he also has provided with money to purchase. Check it out. It is related that Abd Allah ibn Ubay, the leader of the hypocrites, kept slave girls for prostitution. Okay, so remember we were speaking about Aisha on this last one and how this guy right here, Ibn, was the one that was running his mouth. He was a pimp. This clears it up. Ubay, he was the leader of the hypocrites and he kept slave girls for prostitution. Let me find out he was trying to hold out Aisha. He was trying to start a rumor, get them to break up so he can get Aisha to push her on sand. You know what I mean? Why? This is why. And compel not your slave girls to prostitution when they desire to keep their chastity. But this man here, Abd Allah ibn Ubay, the leader of the hypocrites, kept slave girls for prostitution. Prostitution, which seems to have prevailed before the advent of Islam in Arabia. You hear that? You hear that? Prostitution, which seems to have prevailed before the advent of Islam in Arabia, is condemned here. But this curse has obtained an incredible prevalence in the whole of Christendom and is legalized in many countries of Europe as a necessary evil, while in others it is openly connived at. Yeah, y'all heard it. Why is prostitution legal in the white man's world? And why they look at it as a necessary evil? Yet they want to lock men up because a drunken girl who prostitutes mad at you and say you took the pussy and now you gone for life. But yet prostitution is legal though in some areas. So check this out. In Christendom, in the world of Christianity, it is legalized in many countries in Europe. Did you know that? Of course we did, right? Prostitution is legalized in many countries of Europe as a necessary evil, while in other countries which are Muslim-based, it's shunned upon, like it is in my book. Because my Lord says right here, and compel not your slave girls. You know what that means? Like, teach them, talk shit, like a pimp do. He compels his hoes to go out there and get that paper, don't he? Huh? With what my Lord say, with something speech, with gilded speech. Yeah. With gilded speech. Don't compel. Okay, so yeah, bro, that's, it's a big thing, but it's looked down in Islam. We don't get down like that. Check this out. Let's see what Mulana has to speak about this divine light. In the parable that follows, Islam is represented as a likeness of divine light, a light placed high on a pillar so as to illuminate the whole world, a light guarded by being placed in a glass so that no puff of wind can put it out. A light so resplendent that the glass itself in which it is placed is as a brilliant star. It should be noted that the religion of Islam is repeatedly spoken of as divine light in the Holy Quran. They desire to put out the light of Allah with their mouths, but Allah will allow nothing save the perfection of his light. So the disbelievers are averse. Hence, it is of Islam that the parable of divine light speaks. The blessed olive from which that light is lit, and that which stands for a symbol of Islam, the blessed olive, as the fig stands for the symbol of Judaism. The fig stands for the symbol of Judaism, belonging neither to the east nor to the west. Even so is Islam, which must give light to both East and West, and which therefore does not specially belong to either of them. The reference seems to be to the welding together of the East and the Western Islam, a prophecy which is now approaching its fulfillment in the awakening of the West to the truth of the principles of Islam. Thank you, my Lord. Sheesh. The parable becomes clearer if the word nur, light, be taken to refer to the holy prophet. The prophet was by nature gifted with the highest qualifications. Even before he received divine revelation, his life was a life of purity and devoted to the service of humanity. Light emanated from him before the light from on high came to him in the form of divine revelation, so that when revelation came to him, it was light upon light. The divine light spoken of in the last verses here stated as being met within certain houses. The distinctive mark of those houses being that the name of Allah is remembered in them, thus showing that these houses are the houses of Muslims. And the light is therefore the light of Islam. These houses, the bodies, we are further told, though humbled now, will be exalted. And the exaltation of the humble huts of the Arab dwellers of the desert to royal palaces is a fact of history. Look at Dubai. They are desert Arabs. Look at Dubai. Look how Muhammad brought them on high from being below low. You heard? Okay. All right. Where we at? Okay, we're going to take a little break and I'll be right back. That's heavy, man. That's heavy. Y'all build on that. I'll be right back, all right? What's going on? Where it's at? Let me hear it. Jesus is Lord. You heard Allah, bruh. You can't see me. I mean, really. God damn, nigga. Motherfucker can't have a blind eye, man. I mean, god damn. You can't have a blind eye, man. I mean, god damn. Nigga gotta be perfect to deal with you people. God damn. Motherfucker read with a blind eye, nigga still choking. Damn. It's crazy, though. It ain't never enough. Hey man, I've been watching, right? Muslims been on YouTube a lot lately, man. We've been stepping it up, but it's a lot of imams and a lot of them ain't opened up the book yet for y'all, man. For real. Turn to chapter 36. Yeah, a lot of them don't even open up the book. They just run their mouth. They don't teach you nothing, man. Just run their mouth, and I be getting on them too. One of them blocked me yesterday. I had wrote something in the comments. The dude was live, Muslim brother, right? I was writing in the comments. Somebody had asked me something about, you think you know the book? I said, man, I wrote the book. What you talking about? It took me 2 years. I know this book better than you. Dude read it, and I don't know what he got out of that, but he blocked me. Yeah. Yeah, I think that blocking is the goofiest shit ever. If I can't block you in real life, why am I doing it on here? How do you block in real life? Knock them out? That's a block to me in real life. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's just booty, but all those imams gonna burn. All of them. Because those who lead others astray, knowing the book, that's worse, homie. And you study it, and you teach wrong. See, they want you to worship them. Because before they was a Muslim, they was nobody. Some homeless dude that went to the mosque, had a little knowledge, could maybe speak good. I'm gonna make you an imam. You're gonna work for me. You're gonna get these ties, the ushery, you're gonna do this. All you gotta do, and they don't ever read this book. They just listen to their imam and just talk to them. They don't got no life experience. They haven't sat down and analyzed their life. They're indoors, they got food, they're around people, they don't care about nothing no more. They accomplished their goal. They're out of the street. Now you're here. What are you going to do? They don't do nothing. That's how it goes. So they was nothing before they became a Muslim. We were just speaking about Muhammad, right? My Lord said that Muhammad had light before he was given revelation. He was already a good man. He was already a fair man. He was already strong. He was already on the right path. This is why he was chosen, so he can be modified. He could be amplified. Allah could capitalize on his righteousness, goodness that he already had. He could capitalize on. A lot of you guys who have positions and authority, you never experienced power, authority, nothing, none of that until it was given to you by Islam. And now you got it and you don't know what to do with it. So what do you do with it? You abuse it. You abuse it. Then you want to make videos about how it's so hard being an imam and how it's breaking your pockets. How it's the brokest job ever. Yet if he was observing his duty, he wouldn't look at it as a job. A lot of these Muslims don't even know their duty as a Muslim. You can only discover that when you read this book. You got to study this. This is what they don't study. They study everything. They listen to everything except the word of God himself. Why? Why? I'll tell you why. Because niggas don't want to be held responsible for them knowing the truth. When God asked them, why'd you lead them astray when I gave you the truth? No, nigga want to play dumb. He was my teacher. You sent him to me, and whack up, get your ass in the fire. Don't you ever talk to me like that? Yeah, that's how Allah gonna do you. Let's get to it. Truth of the Quran. In the name, this is chapter 36, Yasin. Right? Truth of the Quran. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful. O man, by the Quran, full of wisdom, surely thou art one of the messengers. I told you. Didn't I tell you I'm one of the messengers? Surely thou art one of the messengers on a right way, a revelation of the Mighty, the Merciful. that thou mayest warn a people whose fathers were not warned, so they are heedless. A lot of you guys, you worship your daddy. You do what you found your daddy doing, even though your daddy was in error. That thou mayest warn a people whose fathers were not warned, so they are heedless. The word has indeed proved true of most of them, so they believe not. Surely we have placed on their necks chains reaching up to the chins, so that they have their heads raised aloft. So Allah gonna put chains on them, because these are people who think they are better than you. So they put their nose up to you. So He gonna permanently put them like that, in that state. I'm better than you, but I can't put my neck down, right? Check it out. Surely we have placed on their necks chains reaching up to the chins, so they have their heads raised aloft, and we have set a barrier before them and a barrier behind them. Thus we have covered them, so that they see not. A barrier, so they are enclosed. Nothing comes in, nothing goes out. They see not what's in front of them. They hear not. They just spinning. And it is alike to them whether thou warn them or warn them not. They will not believe. This is true. Thou canst warn him only who follows the reminder and fears the beneficent in secret. So give him good news of forgiveness and a generous reward. Surely we give life to the dead, and we write down that which they send before and their footprints, and we record everything in a clear writing. And we write down what they send before. So whatever we do with our hands, whatever we do in this world, it's written down. Even our footprints, our path that we chose to walk, whether that's a path of evil or a path of good, or the moderate path, neither one. It's all written down in the clear writing. All right. Signs of truth. 36. Hold on for a minute, y'all. 36 signs of truth. The resurrection. That's what I want. The resurrection. The resurrection. This is called the resurrection. And whomsoever we cause to live long, we reduce to an abject state in creation. Do they not understand? And we have not taught him poetry, nor is it meet for him. This is nothing but a reminder and a plain Quran to warn him who would have life, and that the word may be true against the disbelievers. See they not that we have created cattle for them out of what our hands have wrought? So they are their masters, and we have subjected them to them, and some of them they ride, and some they eat, and therein they have advantages in drinks. Will they not then give thanks? And they take gods besides Allah, that they may be helped. They are not able to help them, and they are a host brought up before them. So let not their speech grieve thee. Surely we know what they do in secret and what they do openly. Does not man see that we have created him from a small life germ? Then lo, he is an open disputant, and he strikes out a likeness for us, and forgets his own creation. Says he, who will give life to the bones when they are rotten? Say, he will give life to them. Who brought them into existence at first? And he is the knower of all creation. Who produced the fire for you out of the green tree, so that with it you kindle? Is it not he who created the heavens and the earth, able to create the like of them? Yes, and he is the creator of all, the knower. His command when he intends anything is only to say to it be, and it is. So glory be to him in whose hand is the kingdom of all things, and to him you will be returned. I've been on here a long time rapping with y'all, man. We're almost done. 2 more chapters. Check it out. Those ranging in ranks, unity will prevail in the name of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful. By those ranging in ranks, and those who restrain, holding in restraint, and those who recite the reminder. Surely your God is one, the Lord of the heavens and the earth and what is between them, and the Lord of the eastern lands. Surely we have adorned the lower heaven with an adornment, the stars. And there is a safeguard against every rebellious devil. They cannot listen to the exalted assembly, and they are reproached from every side, driven off. And for them is perpetual chastisement, except him who snatches away but once. But there follows him a brightly shining flame. So ask them whether they are stronger in creation or those others whom we have created. Surely we created them of firm clay. No, thou wonderest while they mock. And when they are reminded, they mind not. And when they see a sign, they seek to scoff and say, this is nothing but clear enchantment. When we are dead and have become dust and bones, shall we then be raised? Or our fathers of yore say, yes, and you will be humiliated. So it will be but one cry when, lo, they will see. And they will say, oh, woe to us. This is the day of requital. This is the day of judgment, which you call the lie. Gather together those who did wrong and their associates and what they worshiped, besides Allah, then lead them to the way to hell. And stop them, for they shall be questioned. What is the matter with you, that you help not one another? Nay, on that day they will be submissive, and some of them will turn to others mutually questioning, saying, surely you used to come to us from the right side. They will say, nay, you yourselves were not believers, and we had no authority over you, but you were an inordinate people. So the word of our Lord has proved true against us. We shall surely taste. We led you astray, for we ourselves were hearing. So that day they will be sharers in the chastisement, Thus do we deal with the guilty. They indeed were arrogant when it was said to them, there is no God but Allah, and said, shall we give up our gods for a mad poet? Nay, he has brought the truth and verifies the messengers. Surely you will taste a painful chastisement, and you are requited nothing but for what you did, save the servants of Allah, the purified ones. For them is known sustenance, fruits, and they are honored in gardens of delight, on thrones facing each other. A bowl of running water will be made to go round them, white, delicious to those who drink. It deprives not of reason, nor are they exhausted therewith. And with them are those modest in gaze, having beautiful eyes, as if they were eggs, carefully protected. Then some of them will turn to others, questioning mutually. A speaker of them will say, surely I had a comrade who said, art thou indeed of those who accept when we are dead and have become dust and bones? Shall we then be requited? He will say, will you look? Then he looked down and saw him in the midst of hell. He will say, by Allah, thou had almost caused me to perish. And had it not been for the favor of my Lord, I should have been among those brought up. Are we not to die, except our previous death? And are we not to be chastised? Surely this is the mighty achievement. For the like of this, then let the workers work. Is this the better entertainment or the tree of Zaqqum? Surely we have made it a trial for the wrongdoers. It is a tree that grows in the bottom of hell. Its produce as it were, the heads of serpents. Then truly they will eat of it and fill their bellies with it. Then surely they shall have after it, a drink of boiling water. Then their return is surely to the flaming fire. They indeed found their fathers astray. So in their footsteps, they are hastening on. And most of the ancients surely went astray before them. You hear me? Pharaoh, the gods, Egypt, and most of the ancients surely went astray before them. And indeed, we sent among them warners, didn't see what was the end of those warned, except the servants of Allah, the purified ones. Okay. $62. One more to go. The congregation. 62. The congregation. Muslims chosen for divine favors. In the name of Allah, the beneficent, merciful, whatever is in the heavens and whatever is in the earth glorifies Allah, the King, the Holy, the Mighty, the Wise. He it is who raised among the illiterates a messenger from among them, who recites to them his messages and purifies them, and teaches them the book and the wisdom, although they were before certainly in manifest error. And others from among them who have not yet joined them, and he is the mighty, the wise. That is Allah's grace. He grants it to whom he pleases. And Allah is the Lord of mighty grace, the likeness of those who were charged with the Torah. Then they observed it not, is as the likeness of the ass carrying books. Evil is the likeness of the people who reject the messages of Allah, and Allah guides not the iniquitous people. Say, O you who are Jews, if you think that you are the favorites of Allah to the exclusion of other people, then invoke death if you are truthful. But they will never invoke it because of what their hands have sent before, and Allah is knower of the wrongdoers. Say, the death from which you flee, that will surely overtake you. Then you will be sent back to the knower of the unseen and the seen, so he will inform you of that which you did. Friday prayer. O you who believe, when the call is sounded for prayer on Friday, hasten to the remembrance of Allah and leave off traffic. That is better for you if you know. But when the prayer is ended, disperse abroad in the land and seek Allah's grace, and remember Allah much, that you may be successful. And when they see merchandise or sport, they break away to it and leave thee standing. Say, what is with Allah is better than sport and merchandise, and Allah is the best of providers. Last one, the hypocrites. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful, when the hypocrites come to thee, they say, we bear witness that you are indeed Allah's messenger, and Allah knows you are indeed his messenger, and Allah bears witness that the hypocrites are surely liars. They take shelter under their oaths, thus turning men away, thus turning men from Allah's way. Surely evil is that which they do. That is because they believed, then disbelieved. Thus their hearts are sealed, so they understand not. And when you see them, their persons please thee. And if they speak, you listenest to their speech. They are like pieces of wood clad with garments. They think every cry to be against them. They are the enemy, so beware of them. May Allah destroy them. How they are turned back. And when it is said to them, come, the messenger of Allah will ask forgiveness for you. They turn away their heads, and you see them hindering others, and they are big with pride. It is alike to them whether thou ask forgiveness for them or ask not forgiveness for them. Allah will never forgive them. Surely Allah guides not the transgressing people. They it is who say, spend not on those who are with the messenger of Allah, that they may disperse. And Allah's are the treasures of the heavens and the earth. But the hypocrites understand not. They say, if we return to Medina, the mightier will surely drive out the meaner therefrom. And might belongs to Allah and his messenger and the believers. But the hypocrites know not. Last one. O you who believe, let not your wealth nor your children divert you from the remembrance of Allah. And whoever does that, these are the losers. And spend out of that which we have given you, before death comes to one of you, and he says, my Lord, why didst thou not respite me to a near term, so that I should have given alms and been of the doers of good deeds? But Allah respites not a soul when its term comes, and Allah is aware of what you do. In the name of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful, whatever is in the heavens and whatever is in the earth glorifies Allah. His is the kingdom, and his the praise, and he is possessor of power over all things. He it is who created you, but one of you is a disbeliever, and one of you is a believer, and Allah is the seer of what you do. He created the heavens and the earth with truth, and he shaped you and made goodly your shapes, and to him is the resort. He knows what is in the heavens and what is in the earth, and he knows what you hide and what you manifest. And Allah is knower of what is in the hearts. So believe in Allah and his messenger and the light which we have revealed. And Allah is aware of what you do, the day when he will gather you for the day of gathering. That is the day of the manifestation of losses. And whoever believes in Allah and does good, he will remove from him his evil and cause him to enter gardens wherein rivers flow, to abide therein forever. This is the great achievement. And those who disbelieve and reject our messages, they are the companions of the fire, abiding therein. And evil is the resort. No calamity befalls but by Allah's permission. And whoever believes in Allah, he guides his heart. And Allah is knower of all things. The end. All right. A little something today. Nothing major. Nothing major. We speak about Aisha, women's rights, Allah's promise, disbelievers and believers. Y'all know how it'll go. Like and subscribe. I want to thank all y'all for tuning in with me today, man. One love, man. One love. Anybody got any questions, man? Yeah, man. Anybody got any questions? Let's see what's going on. Ask what question? What question? I died last year and didn't see no light. Then you better get right, or you gonna die again and be in that darkness forever. Last year and I didn't see no light. What do you get out of that? You gotta make your light. I ain't see no God. You don't see him now. How you think you gonna see him when you dead if you don't see him when you alive? Find him now, bro. You here, you on my page, so you getting close. You at it. Now it's on you. Next time you die, you want to see light? If you want to see light, you better open up this motherfucking book. Excuse my language, you better open up the illuminated book. Yeah, that's the light, knucklehead. That's the light. Yeah, they call this book here, the Quran, the illuminated book. Because it gives light. It gives light. Yeah, it gives light. Light reveals. Once you in the light, you can see what's popping. A lot of y'all, you in the darkness, you don't know what's going on. You just living your life feeling. You know how when you in the dark, you got to feel for things. That's how y'all living. With your eyes wide open, like that. Feeling your shit wide open, can't see shit though. Amen. Check it out. What translation of Quran? Maulana Muhammad Ali. Maulana Muhammad Ali. Amen. Right there at the bottom. Maulana Muhammad Ali. This is the best translation. Allah, he's the author. His word never changes, okay? It's just different translators have different backgrounds, different wordplay. But Allah's word never changes. The author never changes. The translation do sometimes a little bit. God the Father, according to Michael, to check what that look like. Demon knowledge. So that book, man. So the book, what are you talking about? You never even read the Quran. How the hell you know about demonology? Only a demon know about demonology. The Father is the Son and the Holy Spirit. Amen. No, he ain't. Look at Ali laughing like a cat and shit. Okay. Toilet bowl. Okay. Tahi burned all the Qurans that didn't agree with this. I don't know no dude named Tahi, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, he is. Let me see. Check it out. Bring it. What you guys got to ask? Don't be scared now. Don't be scared now. What you want to know? I told y'all about Aisha, right? That's your main thing. She was 3. She wasn't even born yet. She was in the womb and he was touching her. He married her. Like, yeah, that's how y'all sound. And so I read that, but y'all ain't got nothing to say about Aisha today, huh? Y'all some silly motherfuckers, man, but it's all good. Why is Jesus so highly exalted in the Quran and his mother the only woman named in the Quran? His mother's not the only woman named in the Quran. Mary's is mentioned. Mary's mother is mentioned. Pharaoh's wife is mentioned. Lot's wife that got turned into salt, she's mentioned. What's the girl's name? Zaid? What's the girl that was married to Muhammad's boy Zaid? Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. She's in the book. Queen Sheba. Yeah, Saba, Sheba. See what I'm saying? Niggas know what they be talking about. They don't know what they be talking about. A married the only woman in the book. How? How, bro? I just named 5 of them to you. Talking about God the Father. They came, started riding on the messenger of Allah, began reciting to them. He came. Ali, very true. Okay. Why argue my power is better than yours? Why argue my power is better? You sound like a fucking devil. That better than attitude. Better than. Bro said, why argue? He already know that his argument is better than mine. This sound like a cornball, man. Where's your page at? Mr. Toilet Bowl? Where's your argument on your page? Your name, Toilet Bowl. So he must be full of shit. Huh? Toilet Bowl, were you full of shit running your mouth on it with a name called Toilet Bowl? Uthman ibn burned all the Qurans that didn't agree. Uthman, Ube. Okay, yeah, I read that one, bro. Damn, Jay. Okay, bro. Let me see. You're going hard with the burning. Maryam is the only called in the Quran, gang. Maryam is the only woman called by name in the Quran, gang. I ain't your gang. And you've been misled, brother. You've been ill-advised. Open your Quran and know before you make a statement like that. These motherfuckers be trying to teach you with lies. Yeah, babe, with misinformation, with incomplete information. Conjecture. You guys then formed an opinion off of incomplete information. I'm giving you that which part of that which was forbidden to you. The book. And I don't know why anybody should have a problem with what I'm reading. I'm not putting down God. I'm not putting down Jesus. I'm not disrespecting no religions. I'm giving you the revelation of Allah. And that's just rattling them. That's what the truth do. Yeah, gives you bubble guts. You know how when you ride in the jail and you about to do your time and you're in a van and you drive up in the jail and you go in the gate and your stomach start bubbling and everybody start farting in the van and niggas start laughing because it's them nervous farts. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's what happens to them when I read the Quran. Yeah, it's like driving up to a new penitentiary, and you farting like a motherfucker. You mean bubble guts, you heard? This is what the Quran do to him. Bubble guts became a restrained different. David Wood, yo said, I follow that wood. Oh shit. Jesus said, false prophets will come in my name. Who has come in Jesus' name besides white dudes? That's borderline homophobic. Jesus is king. Maryam is a fact, the only woman named. I read that 100 times, man. Thank you, man. Refreshing. I appreciate that, bro. All this dude know how to write, huh? Okay, all right. He got his spell down. Let me see. John, why you putting words in the Bible? Jesus never used the word restraint. Yeah, man. I want to thank all y'all from the first was for bringing the verse. So listen, right? Yeah, man. There's a lot happening, man. I just want y'all to get right, yo. I'm not on here to put down nobody's religion, man. I'm just giving you what was revealed to me, what I've been eating off for years, and I ain't that bad, homie. I ain't that bad. You know, like I'm not that bad, man. Yo, for what I was given to work with, like, man, the hand I was given in this world, it ain't a wheels hand. I don't got four in a possible. I was given the weakest spades hand in life ever. I'm running like I'm winning with tens and jacks and shit. Like I'm really pushing this 2 in a P. You know what I mean? Like, yo, the cards that we were dealt was bad hands, man. So we playing the hell out of our hand. And I'm just trying to tell you, man, we don't have to do that no more. We don't have to do that when you know the truth. You turn that hand into a winning hand. We going wheels, man. We getting 12. You know what I mean? They getting set. You know what I mean? And yeah, I feel like somebody set my deck from the cards I was dealt. Somebody set my deck. Was it the devil? Somebody set my deck. So I lose every time because that's how my life been going. But I got a hand now with all A's. You heard? Aviators, big jokers and little jokers. All A's for law. That aviator. I'm winning with that now. I got big jokers, little jokers, third spade, all that. I got a winning hand now and I'm playing it and I'm running wheels on y'all with it. Running wheels on you. And really, I'm just trying to put y'all hip, man. Like, it ain't nobody reading y'all the books, you know, speaking to you one-on-one like this. I don't got no issue with my audio, no issue with programming, no promotion, no editing, just raw footage, man. Freestyle. I just wake up, do what I gotta do, say, yo, let me share, let me do my study. You know what I mean? Boom, come on here and read, yeah. Listen, man, I be giving y'all one video. One of my videos would be like 6 of the average E-man Muslim videos, bro. Like, they don't ever read y'all the book, yo. And I don't like that. I don't mind a man when he shares his life experiences and his hopes and his aspirations. I don't mind that. And, you know, he gives us his lessons in life and the do's and the don'ts. I don't mind that. But, bro, at some point, teach me the word of my creator. I mean, goddamn. Do I want to know everything about you when I die, or do I want to have knowledge of self and know things about my Lord? Like in my duty, like, bro, like you paying these guys for what? to sit in a mosque all day and don't read the Quran and just play grab ass all day. You know what I mean? Like, I see it, man. I see it, and it's booty. It's real booty. I'm like, you got all this opportunity. You got a mosque. You got a library behind. You got all these people, all this backup. Bro, they be having whole teams, and it's like they can't put together one hour complete session. Like, it's like, bro, like, so I'm like this. My Lord sent me one man. I'm not no Nation of Islam. I am, though. I am of that Muslim nation, but I'm not a part of the Nation of Islam. I'm not Sunni. I'm not Shia, Sharia, Sharon, whatever the fuck it is. Fuck it. I don't subscribe to Sunnas, Tawhid, Hadith. Fuck all those books. May they burn in hell with the writers who wrote them. My Lord, he gave me messengers, and he gives signs, and he gives his book. Okay, Muhammad ain't gonna spend 23 years writing this Quran just to throw it aside and make hadiths that contradict this book completely. Does that fucking make sense to you? So to hell with them desert Arabs in the Middle East, may they burn in hell and hell on earth for them. Chastisement. They're not the real Muslims. They're not the real Arabians. They're Arabs. They're not Arabian black people from South Arabia like Muhammad was. Listen, man, I was watching a show last night. You know, I've been on here speaking about Muhammad being black a long time. Now, my page is growing so much that I don't know if my feed is just giving me stuff that has to do with what I'm into, just to feed what I know. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's good, but I've noticed that, damn, what I was talking about. I forgot. My feed is giving me more Islam. But the more that I see, the more I get mad, because it's like literally, they're not teaching the book. They're not. But this is crazy. Like, what was I going to say? Don't worry about it. Yeah, man. Oh, man. Yeah, man. These dudes want you to worship them. I didn't already been popular. I didn't already been the leader. I didn't already led many home. I didn't did that already. I didn't failed. I didn't lost rank. I didn't did all that already. I don't need you guys' love to do what I got to do. I don't. I'm going to do it regardless, with or without you. You know? Like this, you know? And I'm going to do it with or without you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not being rude or nothing. It's just, you know, this is my duty as a Muslim, and this is what I do. And I just don't understand, like, why we can't unite as Muslims. Like, even on YouTube, like, I be trying to rap with different channels and just all hate. It's just hate, man. If you're not dressed in garments, and if you're not speaking Arabic fluently to them, they look at you like you're nothing, while you done almost memorized the whole book. You know, they don't even want to look into who you are. Who is this man speaking like this? And all I do is speak truth in the comments. It don't dawn on them who is speaking like this. When they hear the truth, they block it. You know what I'm saying, bro? That's bad. It don't bother me. It just makes the future look dim. Like, Man, if we can't build online, we ain't gonna be able to do it one-on-one. We ain't gonna be able to do it as a group. So I realize uniting ain't gonna happen. What's next is judgment. We in the days of judgment, period. It ain't all Muslims uniting to come. No, that ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. Because a lot of people say they Muslims when they're not. They might hold the title, but they don't live, they don't act, they don't think, they don't move like how a Muslim should move. They just have the title, they just have the garments, and that's all they think they need. They don't think they need knowledge and experience and wisdom and substance. They don't think they need these things because the world don't have it. And they don't ask Allah to give it to them so they can have substance and truth that they can give it to the world. They don't ask Allah for that. I do, because I'm a humble soul. If they're not getting nothing out of it, they ain't putting nothing into it. And I'm sick of it. Sick of it. Sick of it. Yeah, you got garments, you wearing a robe, you know some Arabic. Who the fuck cares? I don't speak it. We in America. Yeah, you know how to sing a few surahs. Bismillah, shut the fuck up. Says in my Quran, don't yell the prayer, the call for prayer. Neither whisper, but seek a place in between these. Where all this singing and shit coming from? Where that imams? Retarded imams. Where did all that come from? Just like the prayer, turning your head right and you pointing and up and down and up and down. Where the fuck does all that come from? My Lord says stand, bow down, and prostrate. Use the words out of the Quran that which you recite for prayer. Where did all this other shit come from? Desert Arabs. The ones who've been repping Islam wrong since they inherited the book. Yeah, this book didn't come out of no Middle Eastern desert Arab. No, this book was brung to them, taught to them to raise them up out of their stupor. And since it wasn't of them, they didn't give it its proper respect. This is why they made up hadiths. That's their books. Do you really think if God gave a people a book from him, they would trade it in for some fucking hadiths and sunnahs? Think about that. My Lord gives me this to teach to the people, and I say, well, he didn't give it to me. No, like no. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? If he gave me this book to teach to my people, that's what I would do. What they did was learn the book first, then teach it their way. Then they mixed it, remixed it. Once they understood it, they changed it in a way where you worship them, you fear them instead of Allah. And they do it with the hadiths and the sunnahs. Let me tell you something, y'all. When Muhammad died, 3 generations after his death, his great-great-great-grandson, strong brother, Shias killed him. They murdered him. Why? Because he was denouncing them in their hadiths, their new literature that they was trying to take over this, shut this book down and bring in their shit that would bring them money, that would bring them opulence, extravagance. You know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, they killed Muhammad's 3rd great grandson. because he pushed the book. He pushed the book. They didn't want that. They wanted their way, their way. Muhammad been gone for 30, 40 years now. That's a generation. Yeah. Then my book says, then an evil generation inherited the book and took the frail goods of this world's life and said it will be forgiven us. And I have a reel on my page with a well-known imam in the Middle East speaking those very same words, that they took the frail goods of this world's life and said it will be forgiven us. Why it will be forgiven? Because like the Jews, the desert Arabs look at us as Goyim, a non-Jew. So if you don't look like a Jew or man, an Arab, they can do anything to you. And it means nothing because you're Goyim. Basically a nigger. You're nothing. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? And you know, when you speak about Muhammad and all that, it just makes you look like a fool. They know the truth. Don't let their spells hinder you. Don't let propaganda, media lead you astray into the depths of hell, giving rise to flames. Don't let this world do that. Don't let this world deceive you about Allah. And don't let the arch deceiver deceive you about Allah. Come on now, there's enough proof out there, you know, there's enough proof out there now to tell you what's wrong and what's right, and who told the truth and who gave you the lie. There's enough evidence out there now to do the math. And if things don't add up, what do? We got to subtract. And if my woman isn't adding up with her belief and how she think and act, she got to go. If my man isn't adding up, he got to be subtracted. Even my children, if they don't add up to Allah, then they got to go. Allah's first. Hate me now and thank me later when you in your garden with your soul, with your children, if they were believers. My Lord gives us this when we die in judgment. He says, and of all those, if your offspring obeyed and did good, they will be with you. Beautiful thing. Beautiful thing, yo. I'm so happy that Islam is coming into the light now. It is, man. And men like me rep it right. You know, I'm not telling you to give me no money, join this, join that. No, join me with Allah. Allah's party. You remember Pop? Ain't nothing but a gangster party. We got ain't nothing but Allah's party, party, party. Ain't nothing but Allah's party. We Allah's party. I don't know why is that so hard for y'all, man. You know, I try to, you know, do what I got to do. I love y'all, man. You know why though? Because I love myself, man. I love myself, man. How can you love yourself and not love people? I don't love devils and disbelievers. I don't love them. You know, there's a lot of racists out there, like the Israelites. They hate white people. The Nation of Islam back in the day, they hated white people. You know, it's not really like that now in the nation. You know, they matured a little out of that. You're not really not on that. Even I used to be on that racist shit, and I'm black and white. I'm both. So what does that mean? Do I hate and love myself? You feel me? Do I love and despise an aspect of my blood? No, I gotta love Brent 100%. So I gotta love the black side and the white side. And in loving myself and what I am, I can love you. Niggas act like love is a thing that's supposed to be earned. You gotta prove. Man, fuck that.